What's going on, man? Your boy MTM, man. Out here freezing my ass off out here in Ohio. Man. Yeah. Crazy, right? Let me tell y'all what happened real quick, man. Today is Wednesday. This happened yesterday. So I talked to my terminal, this job's terminal manager or driver manager. I guess the driver manager dispatch person or something. I don't know what I don't all these titles I don't be knowing. But I guess it's the terminal manager guy about a run I'm supposed to do. And that was today, Wednesday. I talked to him Monday. Yeah, I talked to him Monday. And he's telling me about this load. He's telling me like 3 different things. You know what I mean? And he telling me 3 different runs in a 3-day, in 3 days. So I have a run Monday, and I have a run Tuesday, and I was supposed to have a run this morning, but that was the run that I screwed up, whatever. So he telling me 3 different runs, and usually, you know, I understand what a person telling me. You know, I don't have to write nothing down, which I should have wrote all this information down, and I'm going to start writing stuff down just to make sure, get my trip plan printouts from the dispatch. That's a good thing to do as well. And have most of your communication sent through the Qualcomm. Because if I had all this information sent through the Qualcomm or whatever ELD system you use for your company, this might have not been an issue. So anyway, what happened, I did the run for Monday. And so this is what happened. So Monday, I did the run for Monday. I did it in the evening. If y'all don't know, I'm a local truck driver. If y'all new to the channel, welcome to the channel. I'm MTM, you know what I'm saying? I'm a local truck driver. So Monday, I did a run. I came back about midnight. So from my understanding, he was telling me about this other run, which was Tuesday. I thought that run for Tuesday was at 5 a.m. But the original run is for Wednesday this morning at 5 a.m. So basically, I thought it was two 5 a.m.s. I thought it was a 5 a.m. Wednesday run and a 5 a.m. Tuesday run. I already did the first run Monday. Okay, so mind you, we're still in Monday to Monday night. I'm off work. So I get back to the yard. I get back about, like I said, about midnight. Now, I'm off work. Now, you know as well as I know, truck driver, your clock don't reset. I need to do a 10-hour break. So what does that mean? That means I can't do the 5 o'clock run, right? I can't do the 5 a.m. run. So when I get out of work, you know, I take my paperwork on the inside, talk to another dispatch person. I explained to the dispatch person, hey man, I don't know if you know or not, but I had a run tomorrow morning, which would have been Tuesday morning at 5 a.m. I'm not going to be able to do that run because I'm just getting off work and I got to reset or I got to take my break. So he says, the dispatch guy says, they must have, yeah, I think they moved you off that run. My bad, man. So yeah, that was the job. That was the job just calling me. Today, Wednesday, so they just called me. I explained to y'all later on in the video, right? So anyway, that kind of threw me off, man. So I didn't have, come to find out what the dispatch guy said, they must have moved you off of that they must have moved that run or whatever. But the terminal manager guy, that was not the case. Like it wasn't at 5. I think it was at 3 p.m. I'm thinking. It was somewhere between 2-3 p.m. Tuesday. It wasn't at 5. So, my thing was, to the terminal manager guy, I said, so if that's the case, if it was at 3 p.m., then why didn't the dispatch guy that I handed the paperwork to say, oh yeah, they must have moved it, they took you off of it, it's at 3 p.m. Or, you know, it's at 2 p.m. or 3 p.m. Tuesday. It's not 5 a.m. So, dispatch guy didn't say any of that. And I'm not blaming him, and I'm not throwing him under the bus. You know what I'm saying? I'm a stand-up guy. I take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? I'm not throwing the dispatch guy under the bus. All I'm saying is, why didn't he tell me that it was at 2 or 3 p.m. on Tuesday, right? So the terminal manager guy, he's pissed. I'm telling you, I cost him $10,000. He's pissed. He's mad. He's not yelling at me, but he got a high-pitched tone, and I understand. I totally understand. You know, I cost him 10 grand, okay? So he like, so you didn't talk to the dispatch guy that I gave the paperwork to. So the terminal manager, like, you didn't talk to the guy, the dispatch that you handed the paperwork. You didn't talk to him. He said, he was like, you're under a load. You know what I'm saying? You were under a load, because he called me Wednesday. He called me yesterday, which was Tuesday. I'm out and about taking care of my business like I'm doing now. He called me out the blue. So he like, you under a load, man. I'm like, what you mean I'm under a load? What you talking about? I'm not even at work. He said, he was like, you didn't, are you almost to such and such yet? You know what I'm saying? Like to Indiana. I had to take the load to Indiana. He's like, you almost to Indiana yet? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not even at work. You know, woo. He's like, you ain't at work. Some. You know, and we got to talking about the situation. So I'm like, nah. I talked to the dispatch guy last night. He told me there wasn't nothing going on, because I worked last night, got off at midnight, and that run from 5 a.m., I couldn't take it because I had to take my 10-hour break. So he like, there wasn't no run at 5 a.m. That run was for 2, 3, whatever he had said. And so, you know, I'm like, man, so he like, you didn't talk to such and such dispatch guy? I said, sir, I got out the truck at 12:23. You know what I'm saying? On the log, I said I got out at 12:23. He said he sent you a message. Okay, so the message come through on the Qualcomm at 12:41. So what does that mean, truck driver? That means I was already out the truck. I didn't get no message. On top of that, if he sent me that message and I'm out the truck at 12:23, when I go inside to give you the paperwork, like I said, why didn't he say the run is at 2-3 p.m.? Right? Why did he say to run at 2-3 p.m. if he sent me a message when I'm giving you my paperwork, you telling me ain't nothing going on at all, but you sent me a message? And he might have sent the message, but I'm out the truck. But I have no way to find out. So me and the terminal manager dude going back and forth, words, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I'm yelling at this point, trying to get my point across. And he tried to get his point across. And like I said, I cost him 10 grand. So, you know, we going back and forth. We not meeting in the middle. We not meeting in the middle anywhere. It was a total misunderstanding with me. I misunderstood the terminal manager dispatch dude. That's my fault, 100. And I told him that, and I apologize. But that does not dismiss the fact that I cost him 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? And he like, well, we need to, you know, we lost big on this, and you know, It goes on a company report card or something. When companies have so many missed loads, they'll lose that account. You know what I mean? So they get graded on the service that they give to certain customers, and I think a lot of companies do that as well. You miss so many runs with a particular company, they'll dismiss the account. You know what I'm saying? So they can lose that account. So, I'm like, I apologize. It was a misunderstanding. There's no reason for me not to be at work. You know what I'm saying? Like, wasn't no reason for me not to be at work. If I'd have known, I'd have been at work to do the delivery. Dude, man, he's hot. You know what I mean? I felt the heat coming through the phone. You hear me? And so, in his feelings, I know he in his feelings. I know he in his feelings. I feel the tension. I feel the heat. Like I said, in his feelings, he said, "I'm gonna need you to bring everything back to the base, and I'm gonna have to terminate you." So I said, "Okay, whatever I said." And I said, "Man, okay, that's fine. Even though I think you're going overboard, I need to talk to somebody higher up about this situation," because the phone call was recorded. He got the recorded phone call of us talking. I have a phone recorder myself. It's called ACR. You might want to get that, download ACR. It's a phone record app. You can record both parties. You're going to need that one day, whether it's with your girl or, whoever you're talking to important. When these companies like this phone call monitoring and recording, basically that's what it do. It records both sides of the conversation. I wish I had that conversation on my side. He has it on his side. So anyway, in his feelings, he fires me. He cans me, right? And so I understand totally where he's coming from. But I feel, and I just started this little punk ass job. On top of that, this company ain't nothing. Like, I'm not mad because he actually, during this whole time, they already lied to me about hours, the money I'm making. I ain't making none of that. They totally lied to me, right? So in the process, I've been looking for a job. In general, I've been looking for another job, right? So now, by getting fired, he kind of helped me out. Well, now he ain't helped me out. He sped up my process of leaving the job by firing me, because I was already kind of looking for a job, just not as hard as I usually look to find a job. I just was playing it along till I found something else. It's a layover job. What I mean by layover job is it's a job that I'm just doing for right now till I find something better. You know what I mean? It's like a chick you mess with just to hold you over until you find wifey type. You know what I mean? So, that's what I was doing. It's a layover job to me. It's really nothing. But I do need to get some work. Cold heart, right? He mad. He in his feelings. But check this out. Cold heart, right? This 2 weeks before Christmas. I know he probably don't care about that, but how do you fire, just like Celadon? How do you fire or see, Celadon is different, even though that's cold too. Y'all could have filed your bankruptcy, or y'all could have let people go after the first of the year. At least, what was 3 more weeks? You know what I'm saying? Celadon is different. They trying to hold on to their money. They could have waited to the first of the year for people, but they don't care. They cutthroat. These trucking companies is cutthroat. Okay, so he fires me 2 weeks before Christmas, right? I felt that was kind of cold, because I don't think I would ever fire somebody before Christmas. First of the year is 3 weeks away. I would fire you the first of the year. Take it in consideration. That's just me. He's being a manager. I guess all that don't matter. Okay, fine. I'm not even tripping on it. That's just what I would do. But yeah, man, that's what happened. I cost him $10,000. I'm at Walmart right now, Wally World. I cost him $10,000, man. And I got fired, bro. Like, I've never been fired. I've been fired one time, and that was in 2007. But I wasn't a truck driver. I was working for another company, and I got fired. But that was some he say, she say, and they fired me over to she say. You know what I'm saying? So this dude, I've never been fired, because I always do my job. I know my job. It was just a misunderstanding about this particular run, but it cost them $10,000, and he felt a certain type of way in his feelings. You know, he fired me, man. You know what I'm saying? But check this out, right? So he says, and I'm about to end this because I'm about to just end this. And so he says, well, I'm going to have the person that you want to talk to call you after this. And so they called, a lady calls me from another area. She's over him, whatever, in another state. She calls me, has the conversation with me that I'm having with him on a recorded line. And she says, you know what? I'm not going to fire you. She said he did go overboard. So I got my job back. I got this bull crap ass job back, right? Because this is one of the worst jobs I've had since I've been trucking. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. But that's a whole nother video, a whole nother time. I'm gonna discuss that. Everybody want to call. Ain't nobody called me all morning. Anyway, what was I saying? Anyway, man. Hold on, man. Yeah, so she gives me my job back. So I'm coming back to work. She gave me my job back. And so when I see this dude, I'm not saying nothing to him. I'm not, and that's another thing, y'all. Like, I'm kind of going over the time I wanted to go. You cannot clown your place of employment. Do not clown your place of employment. Do not be disrespectful, because whatever if you get fired, that's going on your deck. That's going on your DAC report. They gonna say whatever they need to say, okay, about you. Period. They gonna write down whatever they need to say about you, and it's gonna be in your report. Do not clown, no matter what. Do not clown him. I wanted to clown him for firing me. He overdid it. But it's just like the police when they mess with you and they say whatever they need to say in their reports, and it's on you to hire a lawyer to straighten it out, even though they might be lying. Okay? And same thing with the trucking company. They might be lying on you, saying you did this and did that. Ain't no telling what they'll say. I don't trust them. Okay? So don't clown them, man. Try to be the bigger person. Let them have a piece. They want to let you go. Hey, man, let them let you go. Okay? I have a great driver record. I'm not worried about it. I'm very employable. I'm just having issues with finding jobs right now. And I wasn't sweating it. I was mad because you fired me, and that's not a good look on my record. It's just not good to hear that I've been fired. You make it seem like you get fired for not doing your job or breaking a company policy. I didn't either. I didn't break a company policy, and I always do my job. I just had a misunderstanding. You know what I mean? So, hell, man, misunderstandings cost you $10,000, man. You know what I mean? But just like I told the lady, I said it wasn't like I got in an accident, costing the company, more money, killing somebody or messing up the equipment. That's more than 10 grand. You know what I'm saying? But she like, you got to look at it like this. You know what I'm saying? With the company, we need these accounts. You heard, and she brought up the Celadon situation, broke it down to me, with her aspect of it, and I understood. You know what I'm saying? Because we need to keep these accounts. Without these accounts, we're gonna end up like Celadon, or companies end up like Celadon if you don't good grades, and if you don't meet the company's requirements, request for these loads. So, okay, I said, okay, you're right, ma'am, So I did it like that, man, but yeah, man, I got fired, then rehired, I guess, you know what I'm saying? So I'm back at this little bull crap job, man, but I'm on the hunt for something else, man. That's my fault. My point is to y'all, man, stay on top of your responsibilities. That's my fault. I should have wrote all this information down. This would have never happened. You know what I mean? I should have wrote all this information down. This would have never happened. Have most of your conversations that you have with dispatch, send them through your Qualcomm or whatever type of ELD, PeopleNet, whatever type of communication through you have, even if it's through cell phone. So that way you'll have documents of the conversation in your phone or in your ELD, Qualcomm, whatever you communicate with dispatch with. Have them records. You know what I mean? I don't blame nobody but myself. This is my fault. But to fire me because of a misunderstanding, You know, and how many other people have you fired for misunderstandings and loads not getting delivered? You know what I mean? Like, other people have you fired. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you haven't fired them, so why are you firing me? You know what I'm saying? They ain't like, oh, you was late on some other loads too. Well, I'm like, well, if I'm late on other loads, then I appreciate, sir, you tell me what dates and times when you get off the phone, if you can take some time out, find them loads for me, because that's another thing. Keep records, keep copies of your paperwork when you go to shippers or however. Keep copies, keep dates. You know, when you sign for your paperwork, co-signing, whatever, all that shit, keep copies. You know what I mean? Keep copies for your records. You want your records so nobody. I went in on this dude's head, man. Like, I'm like, dude, he like, you did get the message. I'm like, dude, I was out the truck at 12:23. What you mean I got the message? The message came through at 12:41. He even told me it was 12:23. I said, well, what time? I said, sir, I was already out the truck before I got the message. You know what I'm saying? What time was I out the message? Look at your computer and tell me what time I was out the message. I clocked out. You clocked out at 12:23. But I still don't know what time. I said, man, you playing, man. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm yelling, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, now you telling me you don't know when I clocked out? Like, come on, man, get the hell out of here, man. Like, and dude, cool, don't get me wrong. At this job, all the dispatch cool, even that terminal manager dude cool. He cool. You know what I'm saying? But it's on his head. So I understand his frustration. But don't try to play MTM, bro. Don't try to play me. Because I refuted everything he said. It got to the point where, of course, we wasn't going to meet in the middle. And so he got mad and he fired me. You know, over a misunderstanding, man. So, yeah. But I'm back at it, man, you know. At this crappy ass job, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother story. I'm going to do that another time. But, yeah. First settle down, then your boy MTM, man. We both got canned, man. It's rough out here for a trucker, man. But my new slogan, stay focused. What'd I say? Oh, yeah. Stay focused, stay safe, and most importantly, stay on your grind. I holla.